Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathen. Now this lesson is going to be based on the mountain home brush fire. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says multiple law enforcement personnel injured after mountain home brush fire. It says a brush fire south of mountain home forced evacuations, but is now contained, according to an ISP spokesperson. Multiple law enforcement officers were injured. Says multiple structure fires and a fast-moving brush fire south of Mountain Home prompted multiple evacuations and a large multi-agency response Tuesday night. An Idaho State Police spokesperson said the forward movement of the fire has been stopped and contained. The fire has burned about 300 acres, according to Boise BLM. ISP said during the incident, several law enforcement officers were injured while responding, though the extent of their injuries is unknown. Police said residents may have been injured, but the injuries have not been confirmed. Idaho State Police said emergency crews were dispatched shortly before 7 p.m. to the fire near the intersection of Smith Road and Hamilton Road in Elmore County. An integrated public alert and warning system alert was issued at 9:02 p.m. for areas between Highway 51 and Old U.S. Highway 30, warning residents to remain vigilant and prepared to evacuate. An Idaho State Police spokesperson confirmed multiple evacuations occurred. ISP said that as of Tuesday night, the scene is still active, with crews continuing to search the affected areas and evaluate the damage to see when residents can return home. An alert at 11:10 p.m. stated all residents, except for those who live in High Desert Drive, can return to their homes. The Elmore County Sheriff's Office is in charge of the response, with several agencies helping with evacuations and traffic management. Emergency officials released guidance for residents affected by the fire. Those who are injured are being directed to the Marine Building near the Elmore County Sheriff's Office at 2255 East 8th North for medical care. Military personnel and their families should go to the Mountain Home Airport at 2614 Airbase Road, where they will be transported to the base. Residents displaced by the fire are advised to go to the Elks Lodge at 325 South 3rd West to receive assistance from the American Red Cross. The fire is near the city limits and is being handled by local fire departments. First responders requested assistance from the BLM, including one overhead engine and 2 fire engines. Authorities are asking the public to avoid the area to allow emergency crews to work safely and to watch for emergency vehicles. Police said no additional information is expected to be released Tuesday night. The Elmore County Sheriff's Office will hold a press conference at 9 a.m. Wednesday at its office in Mountain Home. So more flames of devouring fire, basically. Isaiah 29:6, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And that's exactly what these brush fires and these wildfires are. They're flames of devouring fire because they devour the land. And, depending on how close they are to residents, they can destroy people's homes as well, destroy cars, wound people, kill people. And the Lord is not messing around, man. And that's what people are not understanding. These last days are going to be full of judgment. Psalms 9:16, the Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. And yet these brush fires and these wildfires are judgments from the Lord. And there is no getting around that. It's not Mother Nature. It's not climate change. No, this is the Lord's judgment. This is his punishment upon the earth. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And through all of his judgments, whether it's shootings, stabbings, fires, storms, tempests, earthquakes, the Lord does kill and wound people. Now, in regards to this particular fire, nobody got killed, but people did get injured. And like I've been saying through the Spirit, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. A lot more of the Lord pouring out his wrath upon the earth. And more wicked people with whom the Lord is angry with being wounded or killed as a result. That's what these last days are going to be full of. A lot of destruction, a lot of people getting injured, a lot of people being killed, a lot of mourning, a lot of weeping, a lot of sadness, a lot of violence, a lot of chaos. There's not going to be any peace in these last days. And that's what these simple-minded people don't understand. They're out here planning their summer vacations and different events and things that they want to go to. They have no idea that the Lord is planning to bring judgment upon them. The Lord is planning to pour out his wrath upon these people. These wicked people, they can't foresee the evil. They can't foresee what's going to happen. Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And those of us of the hopeful elect, through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we are the prudent. We're the ones who are able to foresee the evil. We're the ones who can see the direction that things are going in. And we're like, yeah, this is not going to end very well, especially when you link up what we're seeing with the scriptures and the things that were foretold to come to pass in these last days. So we are able to foresee the evil, and we're hiding ourselves under the hedge of protection of the Lord. But these simple people, all they're worried about is going to concerts and going to the beach and going to the bars and the clubs and, driving here and driving there for vacation or flying to different places. They're not even paying attention to what's happening, not just here in America, but all over the world. All they want to do is have fun. And because they're not paying attention, when the Lord does pour out that wrath and that judgment, these people, they're going to be completely caught off guard. They're never going to see it coming because they were never looking for it. Like there's going to be heat waves and there's going to be wildfires and brush fires and all different kinds of storms and tempests. And you already know that in the summertime, violence skyrockets. It's hot. You know, people, their patience is a lot thinner than it otherwise would be. People gonna be out here road raging on each other. It's gonna be crazy. And those of us of the hopeful elect, we can already see it. And we haven't even entered summer yet. And we can already see that things are gonna go very, very sideways. And all of these wicked people who think they're just gonna be out here having fun, just being wild and reckless and not having a care in the world, these people, they're gonna die. They're gonna die in their wickedness. They're gonna die in their recklessness. They're gonna die in their simplicity. This is gonna be a very volatile summer. And those of us of the hopeful elect, we have to keep our head on a swivel, so to speak. Always being circumspect, always being aware of our surroundings, always, sending up prayers and asking the Lord to keep his hedge of protection over us and our loved ones. And, the sincere brothers and sisters and their loved ones as well. Because we know that things are going to get very bad out here. Second Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And that's right, times full of danger and risk, hazardous, unsafe times. And times are becoming more dangerous and hazardous and unsafe by the day. Those of us of the hopeful elect, we can see it. But most people out here cannot see it. They're not even trying to. They just want to do whatever they want to do. They don't want to hear about the fact that we're in the last days and that the Lord is going to pour out his wrath upon the earth. And that America is going to get destroyed and all of that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. And that's the problem. These people, they don't want to live in reality. They want to live in a fantasy world. Well, the Lord is going to constantly bring so much judgment upon them that there is not going to be an outlet for them. There is not going to be any escape for them. Like it says in Isaiah 48:22, there is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh unto the wicked. So going to festivals, going to concerts, going to amusement parks, hanging out at the bars and the clubs, being able to catch a flight and fly to a different city or a different country for vacation. The Lord is going to shut all of that down for these wicked people. And because the Lord does not have the Spirit upon them, he has not blessed these people with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, these wicked people, they have no comfort. So as things get worse in society and more stressful, all of these wicked people, all they're going to be doing is crashing out, killing each other, drinking themselves to death, doing all sorts of drugs to try to find some peace. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Like any remedy that these people would normally have when they're stressed out, the Lord is going to take that away from them. These people, they're going to have to live in that pain, in that misery, in that depression, in that suffering. Because they have angered the Lord. And they're about to be severely punished for angering the Lord. It's like that old saying, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Well, it's all fun and games until the Lord starts pouring out his wrath upon these wicked people. Then all of a sudden, these people, they want to be crying and, asking for help and this and that. And it's like, you should have thought about that before you doing out here doing all of that wickedness. But a lot of these people, because they're simple, they don't think that there's any consequences to their actions. And they have that mindset of, oh, well, you only live once. So, just do whatever you want to do. Because they don't understand that you don't only live once. Reincarnation is a thing. The scriptures speak about that. Every third or fourth generation after you die, you come back. So you actually live multiple lives. So all of this whole, you only live once, so just be out here being as wild and wicked as you can. That's not the case. And because these people don't understand that, they're going to continue to be wicked, to anger the Lord, and then get harshly punished for it. And like it says in Job 4:7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And the answer is that nobody has perished being innocent. So all of these people that are about to die this summer, none of them are innocent. Not the wicked men, not the wicked women, and not these wicked little monsters either. None of them are innocent. They're all wicked, and they're all going to get punished. Like, you already know that there's going to be a lot of violence out here, a lot of shootings in these different cities. You already know there's going to be a lot of stabbings, a lot of fights breaking out, road rage incidents. The Lord is not about to let these wicked people have fun. He's going to punish them. He's going to make them suffer, and rightfully so. All that's in store for these wicked people is pain and suffering and misery and mourning and weeping and sadness and heaviness. All that laughing and joy and having fun, that's all going out the window. It's like, welcome to the last days. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, the water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.